Hello and welcome to this Trauma-informed Caregiving Miniseries, brought to you by Resilient Winona County, which is a collaborative coalition in Winona, Minnesota, serving Winona County, really looking to help support healing and recovery, building healthy, connected, and resilient community through education, advocacy, and elevating voices. I'm Sarah Johnson with the Joy Labs. I'm a trained mental health professional and community member who loves talking about resilience. I'm here to bring you a very short series. It's designed to remind you of strategies to experiment with in your caregiving role. Now, I'm going to highlight the word experiment for a moment, knowing that these are skills and strategies that will work in some situations and not in others. I'm also saying remind you because I am here to say I am certain that you are doing many things that are absolutely the right thing. And just like any other human, when we're under stress, we forget what we know. So here's a reminder that these are some really basic skills and strategies that are easy to forget when we're stressed out, tired, saying the same thing for the 30th time to the person that we're caring for. So I want to remind you that you know what you're doing, and some things will work in some situations and some will work in others, which is why it's helpful to bring that experimenting and playing with mindset to this work. Also, want to just give you a little framing. So we're going to focus each of these videos, which will be around 10 minutes or less, is what I'm aiming for, on talking about the when, the why, and the what. So the when, where do these particular skills fit in? Why, in other words, how might it help to try these skills out or to use them more consistently if you are not already? And what then? What are the skills? And I'm trying to give you about 3 skills to play with. We'll talk about those things. I will give you a couple of reflection questions, and we'll always encourage you to talk with other caregivers that you know, talk with the people in your life, talk with other resources for you, because you should not be doing caregiving alone. So the things we're going to cover in this brief series are, we're going to start with building the solid foundation. This will be the one that you will be most tempted to skip, and I strongly encourage you to not skip it. Take a look at it. There's some important information in there, because if we've got a foundation that's solid, all of the rest is going to be that much easier. If our foundation is rocky, well, you get it. We're also going to talk about setting the stage then. What are some good kind of everyday, every way principles that help us increase the likelihood of seeing the kinds of behaviors that we're hoping to reinforce and develop in others? Also then going to be looking at keeping your cool, intervening effectively. This is probably going to be one that people want the most and is the hardest skill, and you probably will watch it and go, yep, I know those things, I just need to remember to do them. That's my hope. Again, I think you're doing good work, and this is just a reminder of how do we do that when we're under pressure. Also looking at the now what then. So if you've set that foundation, you've set the stage, you've intervened, what do you do after you intervene? How do you help extend that into a learning and teachable moment that hopefully makes it that much easier the next time? Finally, we will finish up with losing your cool, because that's a part of it. That is absolutely a part of being a human and caregiving. So how do we repair? How do we reset and refresh after we've maybe not done it the way that we wish we had? There is an additional resource, so we'll make sure that this is in this playlist, an hour-long webinar on trauma-informed responses to challenging behaviors. Might not be a bad thing to take a look at, because that can give you the bigger framing that I will be assuming that you have going into these shorter videos. Finally, just a few reminders going into this. Caregiving is hard. It's one of the hardest things in the world. So if you feel like it's hard, you're right, and I'm glad you're here. Now, this is a hard part to say to you. There's not a checklist, and there's no guarantees that any of these strategies will work, which is probably why you are watching this video, because you have found that through your own life experience. So know that you are doing a good job. There's a lot of things you're doing that are working. My cat Jean wants you to know that as well. And you're not alone in this. Please keep experimenting and ask for help. You don't have to do this alone. If you watch these videos and you go, this is great, none of these things are working for me, that's a sign that you absolutely can call other people in to help. Because if it's more than what you are doing, you're doing these basic fundamental things and you're doing them at least fairly consistently, then maybe there's more going on and you need a little extra help. And that is totally okay. The phrase, it takes a village to raise a child, is a cliche for a reason. It's because it's true. So, finally, I want to let you get to the videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. You've got this, and let's see what we got in the videos. Hope to see you there.